Wembley on Wednesday. These people are in need of serious comfort, and they can only be cheered by one thing: the Friday Night Armistice bus of Princess Diana's.
Though fighting's exciting, discover discussion, swap guns for tongue, and charm for concussion, envelop your foes in one massive kiss, and come to the Friday Night Armistice.
Thank you. Well, what can I say about Wednesday night? Except cheer up, we might do better in the tennis. No, got to look in the positive side. The whole thing about Euro '96 was, it wasn't just about England, it was about Britain. It brought the whole country together, because on Wednesday night, everyone in England knew what it was like to be Scottish. Which is good. So this was the week which, for a brief moment, recreated 1966 and 1945 at the same time, to give us an average of 1957, which was the year of the Suez Crisis. So to cheer everyone up, we're going to spend the rest of the programme making lots of anti-Egyptian remarks. On Wednesday, the whole country stopped to watch a historic game of semi-final football, including the staff and patients of St Michael's Hospital in Leeds. And there were some disturbances in Ward 5. While at Heathrow, a large screen was placed in runway 4 so that planes held in a stacking system could still watch from the sky. Meanwhile, as Britain's Euro beef war ended, the details emerged of the deal agreed with Europe, which is that our beef can be sold abroad, provided we punish our farmers by literally treating them like animals. From now on, British farmers must be dipped in toxic coagulants, branded with hot, rusty rods, and in the spring be shorn of all their body hair. The Tory party denied they'll be using dirty tricks in their election campaign, and then released this footage, which they claim shows Labour's John Press out late one night, clearly looking for whores. Right, David, where are you?
Today is National Bring Your Dog Into Work Day, so I've come up here to the production control room where, as you can see, everyone has brought their dog into work and left them to run the show. But don't worry, because by a happy coincidence, today is in Doggy Calendar National Know How to Produce a TV Programme Day, so we're in safe hands. And if you look over here, you can see that Camera 5 has brought in his dog, Prince, and Prince is actually operating the camera. Prince? What is it doing? Oh, Prince! Prince, Camera 5, leave that person's bits alone. Look, point at Armando. Good camera.
OK, now it's time to meet my little round crony. Oh, look, it's Mr. Tony Football. Mr. Tony Blair, you don't think you've badly misjudged the mood of the nation at the moment, do you? What's that? You like being kicked in leather? Mr. Tony Blair, you are a spherical weirdo. Come on, off you go and play with Gareth Southgate's demons. Off you go. Someone get that dog. He's chewing my only friend. Use a hammer. That's it. Thanks. Now, it's been a bit of a funny week around the country these last few days. Anyone who claimed not to be interested in football was labelled a conscientious objector and rounded up and placed in internment camps, some of which were, ironically, football stadiums. Meanwhile, on Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m, the country's streets went empty, which is when we decided to go out and run around doing what we liked.
Police station. We're going to go I'm royal.
This is Des Lynam's house. Barbecue. Where? Yes, I'm over that. What did you think of the football then, eh? Mr. Alan Hansen, I'm Des Lynam. It's only a career.
It was really amazing because everyone was watching the football, like even people you wouldn't expect to, like NASA, who actually turned the Hubble telescope on Wembley.
No, it's amazing, isn't it? Because even lots of people who wouldn't consider themselves English were rooting for England. I mean, I got... There you go, it's the IRA! Look at that! England score, look at them!
I mean, even the Queen this week has decided to be patriotic because she's trying to capture the mood of the moment by bringing out stamps on which her face... stamps on which her face appears like this.
But that song, Football's Coming Home, that really captured the national mood. In fact, a lot of other people are cashing in on it now. The Olympics next month, they've just released their own single, Ribbon Gymnastics Are Coming Home.
That's right, and the Home Office brought out a record this week, which was Asylum Seekers Are Going Home.
You know something? There's something that happened, this is true. My doorbell rang at 3 o'clock Thursday morning, right after the match. I opened it, it was football. I said, I'm home! And it was pissed. It was crying. I said, yeah, what time do you call this football?
But the big question this week, of course, is aren't penalty shootouts a rubbish way to end a match?
They're all right against Spain, I think.
Fair's fair. When I said the big question this week, I meant the big question from Wednesday at about 10:15.
I'd heard instead of a penalty shootout, they were just going to have a shootout with guns. You know all that war analogy stuff? It's like the war analogy without the analogy.
That's what worried me about the whole European Cup. It could so easily spill over into a World Cup.
Yeah.
World Cup. I'll tell you what the most unpatriotic newspaper was this week, and that was the Daily Mail. Because on their teleguide for Wednesday, they'd given Euro 96 1 star, which means recommended, right? But their pick of the day, with 2 dots, which means outstanding, on at 8:30 during the match, was Wildlife Showcase, the Eagle and the Snake. Now, the Mail clearly thought that up and down the country's pubs we were all watching the Eagle and the Snake. And if you didn't see the Eagle and the Snake, but I've taped it, I won't tell you who won. But I'll just tell you now that ITV's coverage of the programme was rubbish. But it is interesting now that they say that because for the last 10 days England played quite well, they were on the point of calling an election. In fact, what they're going to do is they're going to apply the rules of football to politics in future. So the next election will work on the principle of the golden vote. At 8 o'clock, the polling stations will open at 8 in the morning, right? And the first party to get a vote wins.
But the government were especially disappointed. They were very gutted when we were knocked out of Euro 96 because before we lost, I say we because I was playing that night, before we lost, that was the only time in years that people had felt about the government, well, they're all right. So what the government had done, they've announced a new polling booth for the next election in the hope of tapping into this, well, they're all right factor. And here it is. So how it works is like this. Whilst you're casting your votes, these speakers will be playing uninterrupted commentary of the England versus Holland game, right? Gets you in the mood. Here you can see over and over again Shearer's goal against Germany. Just watch it as many times as you like, forget about the rest. You get a voting slip with the parties or teams, as they'll be known, on it. Looks like this. There's Labour, the Conservative, with the Union Jacks around it, and Gazza's space where you make your mark. And if you're still undecided, then there's this to help you. Shall I vote for Labour, Liberal, Democrat, no, Conservative? Yes, I made the right decision, yes!
Right, Peter, I gather you had a bit of luck this week.
I did, Armando. I won some money on the lottery.
Really? How much?
£7 million.
Really?
No, obviously. But something very similar happened, because what it is, like millions of people, I waste money every week on lottery tickets, scratch cards, pools, coupons, horses, cockfighting, that kind of thing. And I never win, obviously, because it's gambling. So instead of gambling everything away, I wondered, why not use that money to pretend I've won the lottery? Just for a day. That way, I get to make lots of friends, I drink lots of champagne, I have a nice day out, and I find out if untold riches really do make you happy. So here's the day I decided to be Britain's luckiest man and how much it cost.
Evening, here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bonus number is 7. The jackpot is £7 million.
Good. I appear to have won the lottery. Now, I've made a list here of all the things that I would do if I actually did win the lottery. So, number 1... Yes! Yes! I won the lottery! I won the lottery! Yes! I won the lottery! Right, that's good. Number 2 is this. I'm so happy! Where's my list? Right, page 3, girls, champagne, Big Jack. Yes! Come on then, big smile! You won the lottery! £7 million! You're all going for a drink down the pub with me. I am rich! Right, hello everyone! Hello there! I won the lottery, the drinks are on me! So drink and be merry! Yes! Hey! Right, what do you like? Right, just go around and tell them all the drinks are on me. Are you gonna be my friends forever? Yeah! 7 million quid.
Lucky thing.
7 million quid.
I can't believe it.
What does it feel like? Oh, it feels great. It feels... Well, I don't know. It feels... earlier it felt fantastic, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy yet. Are you free to know?
No, busy.
Right, next on my list, a big, stupid car. Excuse me, I actually am very, very rich. I am very, very rich. I want to see the best car you've got here.
If you'd like to come over here with me,
Yeah,
we have
sure.
this 1911 Rolls.
How much is it?
Just under £1 million.
It's a bit old, isn't it?
It is a veteran vehicle.
Well, you mean second-hand, basically.
Yeah.
Well, you do, don't you? I mean, has it got an MOT?
Yes, it has.
It has.
This is the one. Yes. Can I have this one? Have this one.
Yes, you
yeah.
can.
And I'll take it today, right? And can I bring the money in tomorrow?
So you can't. You have to pay.
I did win the lottery. Look, I mean, Sarah, have you got that? Ah, yeah. Just check. Look, can I give you this, and I'll bring the change in tomorrow?
I'm afraid I can't. No, you must pay for the vehicle.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll take it for a test drive. Can I take it for a test drive?
Yes, sir.
And then I'll bring the cash tomorrow.
I'll
Yeah.
go and get the keys.
Brilliant. Okay. Yes. Next step: inform your current employers you can no longer work for them. Yes! I won the bloody lottery! I'm leaving. Bye. I'm gone. Taxi anywhere. I can buy all the taxis here. I can buy the whole bloody lot. Wouldn't get all my money in that thing. There's not enough room in that for all that I do. Oh my God, he's here. You see, winning the lottery isn't necessarily all good. Sometimes people can turn up from your past, dishing the dirt or asking for money. Now, when I was 8, I used to play with a boy in my street in Cardiff called Anthony Chiplin. I haven't seen Anthony in 24 years, but I got the BBC to persuade Anthony to turn up on my doorstep and ask for money. I really haven't seen this guy in that time. Anthony, hello. Did you get the script?
Yes. Hi, Pete. Remember me? Anthony Chiplin. We used to play together. I won't beat around the bush, mate. I've pissed away all my dosh and women in helicopters. You know what it is. Anyway, I heard you were rolling in it these days and was wondering if you could spare a few bob. Great, thanks.
answer there. OK, final item on my lottery list. Suffer complete loss of privacy and become a virtual recluse. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Go away! Go away! Leave me alone!
Now, in the week that the worldwide British beef ban was lifted in your...
No!
What?
Stay off beef!
What?
Move off beef!
Off beef?
Remember what we discussed at half-time?
Oh, right, sorry.
No, that bloke, that's our manager. He's been brought in to sharpen up the show.
I'm about to move into space. Use your wings!
All right, okay.
Well done. Well, stay on Major!
On Major, right.
You're stuck in!
OK. On to John Major now.
Yes! Well done!
Thanks. And back to the Tory election campaign. Now, they're insisting that no dirty tricks will be involved, though they did send this footage to the Daily Mail, which they say clearly proves that Labour intend to put up taxes.
We do want to raise taxes.
So that's what Labour's dealing with. They expect trouble, and leaked plans of the Tories' poster campaign reveal a cunning strategy. Here's the first one. We've all seen it. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it worked. Now, the Tories think the public will like this sort of catchy attempt at rhyming. See, hurt and worked. Very clever. But more than that, they think the public will like the powerful combination of humility and assertion, or subdom, as it's known. So, the next poster is out in July, and it repeats this new honest approach with, yes, this man's a right-wing nutter, yes, the lottery's worth a flutter. By August, they'll get cocky with, yes, we released dangerous schizophrenics, yes, 100 more sales jobs have been announced by Phoenix. September, and the battleground will be Law and Order, with a searingly honest poster of Junior Minister Stephen Norris saying, yes, I rogered 5 other women when married to my wife. Yes, the minimum sentence for armed robbery will be life. We move on to October, and there's an anti-European message from disgraced former Minister Sir Nicholas Scott saying, yes, I drove over a French child when drunk, then ran. Yes, we got Europe to lift its British beef export ban. An election will then be called in November, and the strategy will change. John Major will be relaunched in the form expensive market research tells them will most appeal to the electorate, with this. But the Tory dirty tricks will continue. Here's what happened when the Tories tried to get John Prescott to swear on national television by strapping a yapping dog to his heels.
It's not the aim and objective of the Labour Party, I doubt it ever was, to take over the total ownership and the means of
Common ownership is the word, isn't it?
Yes, it is common ownership in that. It's very much interchangeable in this debate. It never was.
You've never
the
believed
aim.
in that.
Well, I've never interpreted it.
Would it be enough to update Clause 4 merely by adding to it?
Well, no, because the people that say no, it's the total.
Yep.
You've got to remember our game plan. Be funny.
I will
You're
be
being
funny.
funny enough.
I am. I'm keeping it topical.
Yeah, but I don't want topical,
Yeah,
do
you've got to
they?
keep it topical. I've read
Not
all the
first
papers.
half, you were trying to be sardonic and whimsical.
I'm trying to be a balance on the left and on the right. OK, I'm trying to dodge the cameras.
Now, come on!
Yes. OK. Right. This week, Gillian Shepherd published education plans to allow children in every town to go to grammar school and get beaten up by kids from the local comprehensive on a regular basis over 7 or 8 years, develop a sense of insecurity with other people, and then try to overcome this by telling jokes and ending up in a career in comedy. The Education White Paper allows for greater selection of pupils. From now on, all schools will select 10% of its intake and place these cleverer pupils above ground in daylight classes, while the bottom 90% will learn in darkened rooms underground, where they'll be encouraged to use their initiative to burrow upwards at night and use any books left lying around in the dark.
Right, today I want to talk about expressing ourselves in different ways.
Secondary moderns will be allowed to select clever pupils for traditional internal classes, while less able children will attend lessons by means of a giant electronic screen outside. Children further down the stream will attend a series of press conferences given by the teachers after each lesson.
I would like to read you a brief statement on Geography Class 1B. The last major ice age ended 10,000 years ago and was a period in which thick ice sheets covered vast areas of land, significantly reshaping the surface geological features of Britain.
As Gemma Gord Avery closed, Miss, is it true that granite only forms under extreme high pressure?
I'm afraid that's on another part of the curriculum. We don't have time to talk about that.
I'd like to ask if we're doing rivers next week.
I'm sorry, no further details can be given to you at this stage.
And now it's time to hunt the old woman. Right, one old woman, thousands of TV cameras all over the country. She can appear in front of any one of them without permission. It's up to you to spot her being infirm in the background. Now, here's what happened last week at Ladies' Day at Ascot. Let's have a look. Granny's pet is the horse. And who's behind it? There she is. There she is. In a big funny hat that said, "I am an old woman." And now that was spotted by Grant Wheatley of Wrexham, so well done. But there's been some geriatric fallout to this week's sighting because she made the papers. Gavin McKessock in Glasgow sent in this photo from the Glasgow Herald. There she is, next to two enormous people at Ascot. There goes Glasgow. Andrea Harding of Stoke spotted this photograph in the Stoke Sentinel. There goes Stoke. Joe Rouse from Cornwall spotted this in the Daily Express, which turned out to be Elton John. So that was wrong. But what was right was this. It's the Times. Now, where is she? Can you see her? Where is she? She's there. There she is, in a big hat, saying, "I am an old woman." I don't know how it got past the pictures editor of the Times. There it was. Thousands of you spotted it, so let's put the thousands up on the woman map. There they go. I mean, technically that's 27, but it counts as thousands. First out of the bag was Sean and Lucy Cook of London, who win this beautiful set of Friday Night Armistice dart flights and dart flight care brush. So it's all to play for. Remember, the old dear is out there. Keep looking for her.
What you want?
Oh, I think he's making a substitution.
What's the problem?
We need to boost our ratings. We need somebody more popular for the last 5 minutes. So, come on, Iannucci, off! Come on, off!
Come on!
Treacher, on!
Now, keep it tight, fellas, keep it tight, keep it tight. Now, more proves this week that Tony Blair isn't a man to be mucked and messed with. Put 1 foot wrong, and he'll come down on you like a ton of new bricks. The veteran gas machine, Claire Short, found out when she talked a lot of old sense on Breakfast with Frost.
For instance, do you still believe in the legalisation of cannabis? Do you?
I think the fact that a lot of young people use cannabis and see it as relatively unharmful.
And New Labour's getting tougher all the time. Health, education, social security and defence have all been well and truly kicked in by a gang of tattooed, swearing, knife-wielding policy initiatives. Well, this week, Tony Blair announced his willingness to get rid of Britain's nuclear deterrent by firing it at Russia and China.
It's New Labour, it's tough Labour. Tough choices, new choices. Tough on the causes of choices. Scariest of all, however, is the arrival of a brand new type of toughest ever Labour politician. They'll kiss your baby and they carry guns. Please welcome the military wing of the Labour Party.
Thank you. Did you like that? We were tough there, weren't we?
That was tough. I think we got the message. Now, can I just ask you a question? There are some who've said you're simply the Labour shadow cabinet who saw the SAS documentary on telly and thought it looked really good and put lots of balaclavas on and ran around.
All right, well, who are you then?
Well, because of our need to preserve our anonymity, I cannot reveal that. But I assure you I am not Jack Straw.
Right, and that's not David Blunkett. That's not his dog.
No.
And who are you not?
I'm not Harriet Harman.
And who are you not?
John Prescott.
And I'm not Robin Cook.
OK, New Labour. Now, you say that you are prepared to make tough choices, yes?
Yes.
OK. Choices that may not be easy, they may not be popular.
Yes, tough choices.
All right, tough choices. It's 11 o'clock at night, you're at a restaurant, you have had a lovely meal. Here's the sweet trolley. Now, what are you going to choose?
But you can only have one who'll be sick. Come on, make it up.
When we talk about tough choices...
The Black Forest Gatto looks very nice.
No, actually, I fancy profiteroles.
Make a decision! Choose now!
OK, we'll have the cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah, but it's not sweet, it's healthy, it's the tough choice. Cheese!
Tough choice number 2, career or baby?
Korea!
Baby. But smack it!
OK, good. All right, tough choice number 3. Sister Wendy, shag or die? All right, you're doing well, but let's try something a bit harder. Right. OK, now, here's a lovely little kitten, and here's a cuddly little puppy, all right? There they are. Right, now, which one are you going to shoot?
What do you mean? What do you mean, shoot? I'm not going to shoot anything.
No way.
Are you scared?
Political party with a
Are you scared?
Come on, make a choice, you're under pressure. Oh, come on, it's easy. It was like, we'll have cheese, or we'll shag Sister Wendy. We give you a really tough choice, you win both. Hey, I hope Tony's not watching.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that New Labour are unable...
I'm going to shoot the cat.
Right, good, OK.
Okay, wait, hang about.
Let's go.
Just a second, hang on. This is Jackie. This is the lovely little girl who owns this kitten. Are you still going to shoot it?
Listen, you soft git, we're still going to shoot it!
Yeah! New Labour, you have just shot this little girl's tiny kitten on national British television. Oh, what's that? And we've just heard that's gone down very well with the public and Labour's gone up in the polls. Well...
Where's the dog? We'll shoot that as well.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the military wing of the Labour Party. They've proved
Thank you very
their
much.
point.
Thank you.
That's the end of this week's show, and we'll leave you with repercussions from that match. It was such a great audience that other events are trying to attract popularity by passing themselves off as a football match. And this included Worcester Zoo, which kitted out its mammals and camels in bobble hats and scarves, and in one case actually put 3 shirts on a lion. Good night.